And we're back again with another showcasing with Running with the Wolves promotion. And on today's showcasing, we got local heavyweight Hudson Valley metalcore giants all the way from New York. If I were you, how you feeling, man?
What's going on? How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just chilling during COVID, you know.
Yeah. Thanks for having. If I were you, the other guys, they couldn't make it. They always got something to say.
It happens, man. So what position do you play in the band?
I'm the drummer and I sing, and then I play a big role in the writing with Dan and Kyle as well, as far as like for music and stuff. But for live, I play drums and I sing. I
was always curious, like, since you are also a producer and an audio engineer, do they pay you to record, or is it just like
now if Kyle wants to do his own thing, that's a different story.
Dude, that's what's up.
You save a lot of money, learning how to do it myself. That's the thing, like, we used to record back in the day with somebody else, and I got so excited with that feeling of getting my product, and I want to do this like for myself and for other people, and it definitely helped us, which is cool. Same thing with like the artwork and stuff like that.
Yeah. You guys been I think your first album came out 2011.
Oh my God, don't talk about it.
2011. You guys have been putting in the grind for a long time. You guys are literally on the cusp. I would say the cusp of like becoming a national act.
Yeah,
and
every month. I mean, every year or every album is like, you could see the analytics kind of going up and up and up, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, dude. Like, how's it feel that you guys are almost 10 years in the game, man?
Like me and Dan always say this, but like we still feel like we're like a local band from Poughkeepsie, which is it's a cool feeling. Like, we're constantly getting messages like Instagram is blowing up 24/7, and this is blowing up, like like talking about the song, this and that. So it's definitely like a humbling feeling too, back, and
it hasn't set in yet, like how big, like, have you never like experienced that moment? Oh my God, you're from If I Were You. Could I get an autograph?
It actually, I mean, I've gotten quite a lot of business too for my business for Pasquarella Recordings. Like, so what have you done? And then I've sent them my stuff. They're like, wait, you're in If I Were You? What? And then like, that's the deal right there.
That's what's up. The origin for you, like, how'd you get into music?
So I started out really young. My dad taught me drums maybe when I was like 4 or 5. Got my stupid little drum kit that I had no clue what to do with, but it was cool.
Just like snacking around.
Yeah, just annoying damn kid, get him out of here. No, but my dad started teaching me like a little bit older, around like maybe 6 or 7, actually getting into doing a beat and stuff, and I met Dan actually, and some other guys from Vinny and Cesar, and we made our band back in 2004, and then that's when my dad was like, "You're on your own," I was doing double bass stuff then. He couldn't teach me that stuff, classic rock kind of stuff, and that's where really started like my passion for playing, because I would always just jam out on drums. I'm like, this is, I could be in a band, and I was so scared to ask my parents. I'm like, these guys are like 16 years old. I was
They're older than you. You're the youngest one.
I was 12.
Oh my God!
I started the band with Dan, or like we were in the band with Dan when I was 12 years old.
What do your parents think of that? Like, they're bad influences.
No, I thought what they were gonna say, and totally opposite. They're like, actually, you could have band practice in our basement. You could have them come here every week.
Yeah.
And practice every Friday, and as years went on, we turned into Mania, and we did the Bamboozle Festival. And then, stuff kind of fell off. People were busy, this and that. And then we turned into If I Were You, and we're still going strong, if not stronger than ever.
Absolutely. You guys released the single Starting Over?
Yeah.
Do you want to go into any details about that? Like, what can we expect in the upcoming month from you guys? It's an album or an EP, maybe, perhaps?
Yeah. So, I mean, pre-orders go up tomorrow. I don't know when you're posting this, but so...
I'll probably post it tomorrow. I don't know.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So we're doing pre-orders tomorrow, and we're doing 2 weeks. So July 17th is the album. Because last time we did pre-orders, and we did like a full month, and like it was so much hype in the first couple weeks, and then it kind of tapered off, and then it went back up. So we just want to do a full 2 weeks, hit it hard, and then
go from there.
Yeah. So that's what they're planning for. A full album's gonna be 10 tracks.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
So it's, I believe, like, is there any advice that you can give to any upcoming local bands to make the right moves? Like, what's the best advice you can give to a local band?
As far as like just constantly like releasing content and stuff like that, there's so many younger bands that they get so discouraged when they see my band with all these millions of plays, and they think it's a get rich quick kind of.
Guilty.
It's hard, man. I've been doing it for a long time, and like now I've been starting to see some kind of like success from it, and it took me 15 years.
Dude, yeah, like I said, I tell a lot of people, like, Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, you can't just expect, we got the EP and we got like 1,000 followers, we're gonna be the next big thing. That's true, but it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah. Also, going with that too is like you got to kind of adapt with the times. Like back then, everybody was doing albums and it was cool, but now I feel like singles are the way to go unless you have the demand for album. Like with us, it got to the point where it was like, your EP is too short, or this, why don't you release an album? And then that's when we're like, wait, we should release albums because our fans want it. But if your fans don't want it, and you're trying to get together 10 songs that you put your hard work into for 2 years, that's what it usually takes us, about 2 years to write a full length album. And you put it out and you have all 10 songs that are amazing, and people only hear like the first 3 songs and they're like, what else you got? It's like you gotta stay on top of it as far as
So what is the... Oh, sorry, my bad. Keep going if you want.
I can talk all day about it.
That's good, man. Yeah. What's the band's main influence? Like, coming from your 2011 release to now, like, you guys vary. So, like, where do you guys draw your influences from?
Yeah, so going back from 2011 and 10, like that was, say, like, the weakest came as Romans, and Mice and Men, and all Asking Alexander, those days,
Yeah, Chuck Core, Crap Course.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah.
And then it went, like even to Attack was maybe a little after that in there, and then like these days we're listening to like my personal favorites. Like I'm a lot like into like Periphery and Architects and like a lot of progressive
off timing prog metal.
That's like where I write a lot of like my drop F, drop D kind of riff stuff, and when I write in like the higher tunings, you don't get the same feel with that. So those are my inspiration. Like even Currents and stuff like that, and I had the pleasure with working with them in the studio, and it's cool seeing musicians work and like just like from their influences, and how it could impact you as a writer. I'm trying to think who else. I think the other guy, like there's always like Blessthefall, people hearing us, and Icy Stars is a huge one.
I definitely see the Icy Stars, especially when you guys did the feature. How did that even come about? I'm sorry to like change the topic, but you guys did a feature with Oliver, Mr. Oliver. How'd that happen?
That originally was supposed to be, we wanted somebody else on it. Lynn Gunn from, who is that? From Paris. We wanted her on it. We're like, this would be sick to get her on it, but I don't know.
That would be dope.
Yeah, she's got a great voice. And so we're like, who else could we have on our track? I'm like, oh my God, like what if we got Devin on? Like that's never gonna happen, Like how are we gonna get through his manager? And I hit him up personally, actually, and he just goes like, messes my manager, and we did, and they got back to us, and he said, it's cool, like let's go. He had to like the song, of course. He's got to believe in the project.
Yeah. And you guys also got Garrett Grabb, formerly of the Color Him Around. Like you guys are just making moves left and right, man. Like again, out of every band that came out of this era, you guys are killing it right now.
Hey, that's so like you got to stay consistent too. Like these bands are falling off, and like even if we're not playing shows, like that's how like it works in our favor. We don't play a lot of shows. These bands that are playing all these shows and touring, they're like losing so much money, and they're getting jaded playing out all the time, and they go into the studio and you start getting writer's block. But with us, it's just like once one album's done, we're like, let's write the next one. I'm not really worried about shows. I love playing, believe me, but
you like creating. You like creating. Yeah, I feel you. So, but what's your favorite part about this line of work, and what's your least?
I love meeting new people, and I just love listening to music every day. The thing that's, like bittersweet is like when I can't listen to music sometimes for like.
I just like chugged the. I just chugged the soda and it came up. But like it's fizzing all over the place. I'll edit that out. But no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was saying like it's hard to like listen to music for what it is and appreciate it these days because like I have my production, my production hat on all the time, and I'm always like, how much compression is on the guitars and this and that, and so I don't know. I think the
quality of the music and whatnot. I feel you. So it's like two sides. So two listeners when it comes to you.
Yeah.
When you hear a new band.
But I'm working on music every single day of my life, and I do it full time in the studio, and that's the best part of it. I mean, I'm trying to think of the worst part. I think the worst part is like my initial goal is to help other artists, reach and be what they want to be. So like, and the hardest part is to get them there, especially when the industry is so oversaturated with everybody's posting songs and music and trying to get the playlist, and it's just hard to do that. And like that's the hardest part of this industry, in 2020, which I'm sure will change in the next 2 years, and going forward. But you got to adapt.
Yeah, truth. I mean, it's not like how it was back in MySpace days, where you could just pop a song and get plays, and like, oh my God, it's the next big thing. Right. Everyone sounds the same nowadays too, which is another sad part. But you guys been here since 2010, 2011, and you guys found a formula, and it works. You know what I mean? It definitely works for you guys.
Yeah, the formula to our music, and like even the formula to like releasing content and stuff. Like I'm always telling like people are like, how do you do it? And usually, the past few years we've been doing 3 singles and an album. We do like a single, skip a month, do a single, because I feel like if you do like single and then a single next month, like you're still getting all this buzz from the first one, and you start losing traction. So I feel like if you kind of stagger it a little bit, and then album, and then maybe a little down the line a music video, you just gotta, especially like for when an album comes out, you gotta keep it on the high rise.
When can we like see a tour from you guys?
So it was funny that you say that, because we're like 2020, the year tour ever.
No,
it was just like
no. COVID was like, that's a no for me, dog. Nah, that's not happening this year, bro.
We all got the approval. Like we all agreed together, like this. This, we definitely want to do it, because what really did it for us is when we played the I Matter Fest, and we got to meet so many.
Yes.
And it was an amazing experience, and let alone just playing the show, which I've never played such a crazy show in my life. My hands are so sweaty. I'm like, don't drop the drumsticks. Freaking out. Just see. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how did that come about? Like, I seen like the preview and the trailer, and I'm like, dude, no way, they're playing at I Matter right now. Yeah. They're playing the I Matter Festival right now.
My good friends in Saving Vice that I actually record, their manager is the one that put together the whole thing, and she was looking for another local band, and he made it happen. But yeah, it was amazing to see the sea of heads playing out there, and I got to do guest vocals for Saving Vice too in front of even more people, because they played later. And after you get off stage, it's like, I remember Carissa tapping on my back. She's like, "You got to go to your merch booth. There's there's so many people like lined up." And then I feel
seriously,
it was like hundreds asking for signatures. Oh my God! And then going back to what you were saying before, like that's when it was like real to us. Like, wow, like we're not that local band, because like
truth.
Yeah. So
that's awesome, man. And one day it's gonna be annoying as hell when you're just trying to eat your food and like someone comes up to you. Oh man. So I mean, COVID has everything on a pause. And everyone's trying to get back to, I guess, the norm, right, of living. Where do you guys see, even though I think music is on, like, not like playing shows is on pause, but where do you guys see yourself in like 5-10 years? Yeah,
so I think, I mean, as shitty as it sounds, but there's a good thing that does come out of COVID. Like everybody's always go, go, go. And I feel like it gives the time to step back and kind of like assess like your future plans and goals and what you want to do.
True.
And that helps us like to, think about touring more and stuff like that. And also gives us time to practice new stuff. We've always played stuff from 2011, like from back then. I'm like, let's play all new stuff and actually take the time to learn some new stuff that we, because when we write in the studio, like, I don't know how to play half the shit that I write. That's what makes us better as musicians too, because a lot of the times
you're always learning, yeah,
and it's like just makes it better. So, like I said, I feel like, I don't know, I'd say within 5 years I could see us doing a couple tours here and there. We want to try it first. You never know, we might hate it. So,
nah, I think you guys will definitely get a good reception with it. Yeah. If you guys like, hey, we're gonna start in Poughkeepsie and then make our way to the city or some shit like that.
We've never played more than more than one show in a row. So who knows? I might lose my voice in the same day.
The voice of an angel. But no, you're right. Like COVID kind of did push me to do things. Like I would have never started this if it wasn't for like COVID. To be honest, I'd probably still be working, detailing. I don't want to put my personal business out, but still detailing and working at that job that I was working at. But COVID happened, and I'm sitting at home, and I'm listening to Kill the Blonde. I'm like, yeah, this is catchy. Like, I want people to hear this. And then, I was thinking, and I'm like, I'm in a metalcore group. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just start a promo company. And I hit up Chris. And I'm like, yo, I need a logo with the wolf with some headphones on. She's like,
she's working on it too. I'm like, yeah, send him that one.
And she sent me this one, and I'm like, yo, this is fire. Even though the headphones are right here and the ears are right there, that was good. Right. Oh, it does push you to look deeper into the future, and it kind of helps build character in a way,
Of course. Yeah.
So, how'd you guys? Every band has an origin. Devil Wears Prada, Day to Remember has an origin how they came up with their name. Devil Wears Prada, A Day to Remember, Escape the Fate. The list goes on. Dillinger, Escape Plan. How did you guys come up with If I Were You?
I mean, there was a thing that we would, it was always striving to be better at a certain part. Like, do it again. Like, if I were you, I'd do it again. If I were you, this, that. And, kept saying it over and over.
True.
And it kind of came like a positive message. Like, if I were you, to strive to do it again and do it better. So, it's kind of something like that where it came about. Like, we really didn't put too much thought into it. Like, oh, I don't know if we like it. It was like what else are we going to use,
Yeah.
Use that to yo, if I were you, I'd check out my band. And we would tag it. So, that was huge for us. And we got a lot of, followers real quick. Everyone's always, looking for, my new projects. And I'd be like, if I were you, I'd check us out.
If I were you, I'd check out If I Were You. No, so you guys been together for almost 10 years, man. 10 years. And I'm pretty sure you guys had your downs, your ups, probably moments where you even called it quits or about to call it quits.
Yeah.
What inspires you guys to stick together in the trenches and just keep pushing forward for a better tomorrow?
Yeah, so I mean, going back to Nania days, that's where it was kind of it was going up because we played the break contest and we won and played Bamboozle, and that was the highest point. And we wanted to tour back then. We were younger, wanted to do the thing. We got
see the world.
Yeah, and so I don't know, stuff went down, and we started losing hope for being musicians, not really musicians, but as a whole together. And did I get dark all of a sudden? What's going on?
It did. Oh, changing the lighting in this.
Yeah. So it started going downhill, and it was because I still wanted to be in a band, but I couldn't picture being in a band with anybody else. Because I've been with the guys since 2004. Yeah, with Dan.
That chemistry is there, man.
Yeah. So I don't know, me and Dan, and we actually got Dom Staiano to play bass because Jimmy wasn't in the mix for a little bit, and so we started If I Were You. It had no vocalist, and so we're let's just do instrumentals first, and we found Kyle online, and we're we're gonna have tryouts. We're not picking the first person. Kyle was the first person. And we're fuck. We're he's good. Let's have him come here. And then he walks in. I'm like who's the short kid walking in my basement now? But his voice is crazy, and a lot of people say that.
No, it's so much.
From the Fire You sounds like fucking beats. So 2011 came, and me and Dan's chemistry has been ridiculous since 2004, and it's only gotten better because I learned how to play guitar, and we kind of feed off of each other's energy and different writing styles, and he has different influences too compared to me. So we put our style together. Kyle's always just yeah, it's cool.
Down. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
that's what.
Yeah, I think we're the strongest we've ever been, to be honest.
But yeah, I mean, again, I think your last release was in 2018, 2019, Inner Signals.
Yeah,
Inner Signals. And I'm very excited, especially after hearing Starting Over. I'm very excited to what you guys have, especially in 2020. So if you can create a dream tour with 5 bands, including your own band, what would they be? What artist, what band, what rapper, what flute player, what opera singer, you know?
Man. So, I mean, let's see. I mean, I would say like Architects, Fit for a King. Let's say throw Currents on there.
Damn, that's a fucking lineup. That's already a lineup.
There's another one, Crystal Lake.
Yeah, that's the second time. I gotta check them out because Barry Dimes to Does. He was like, "Yo, check out Crystal Lake." I'm like, "All right."
Oh my god.
I never heard of Crystal Lake.
Their album like was so good, but what made me really like them, I saw them at the Chance. They're a Japanese band, and they came here. I guess it was like for the first time in the U.S.
Wait, they're from Japan?
Yeah.
What?
Japanese freaking metalcore.
That's what's up.
Yeah, they came to the Chance and they put on like the show started off with a drum solo. I was like, wait, what? Like, so like that was definitely awesome. And then like they just put on a great show. So that's what does it for me. Like if a band is great on the record and then I go see them live and they put on a show, like that's what it attracts me to them as a musician.
No, I hear you, man.
I would say that would be a pretty sick tour.
Would you guys be headlining?
No.
You never know. There are a few people out that headline.
Maybe one day. I mean, I feel like these days when you headline, everybody's already home in their bed. Like,
it's so true. Like, oh shit, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta go. Like, the show was great.
It's like by that time everybody's tired.
So, I mean, I want to thank you again for, taking time out of your day and allowing us to showcase your band. Again, it's an honor. You didn't have to do it, but again, it just means a lot to me. And I want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem, man. This was Running with the Wolves with If I Were You, and I want to thank you guys for staying tuned for all these showcasing, and be on the lookout for If I Were You.
Peace out.
Appreciate it, brother.